Just waiting to see if anybody comes on, like Michelle. I'll give it another minute or so. I was going to use my camera on my computer, but it's all blurry and I don't love it. So I don't know if it just needs to be cleaned off, but I found the phone worked better. If you hear any weird sounds, it's from Ken. He's sitting over there. Let's see if I can see who people are. Probably not. You see one viewer. Throw up a comment. Let me know if you can comment. I can't see them if they're already. Oh, hey Sabrina. Okay. How's it going? We're going to talk about making designs and how to do some of the ones that we see online. I came on for, Michelle was asking about designs and what it means and how to do it, and so I didn't want to type it all out. There's so much to talk about it. So this is what I got going on right now. There we go. Right there. Yeah, so that's 3 different sets. I put one down. This one is down. That's London Calling. And then the Pink Paradise, which was the Hostess special. And then I cut out very thin strips of Fort Worth It and put those down. I'm just going to keep going. If Michelle joins, she can watch back what she might have missed. I have no makeup on because I had a sty in my eye yesterday and the day before. And it looks horrible. I know, right? Doesn't it? It looks amazing. And I'll be honest, I was running my hands through my hair, and this one right here for some reason keeps getting stuck in my hair, and the hair got underneath the nail and it ripped it. So I've actually, you can't tell, I don't think. Maybe you can a little bit right there. I actually put a little piece of a strip on it to try to fix what I ripped. I was kind of upset. I don't feel like doing another manicure. I just did these a couple days ago. So there's a couple of the people on. Throw up a comment, wave. I see Pate. Hey Pate, how's it going? There's a third person, but I can't see who it is. Either way, so I'm going to talk about designs. I don't even know where to begin. There's so many of them. I mean, my first thought is always Google. That's where I see a lot of them. I see a lot of them that are like this, where this is so simple. I'll tell you how I did this in just a minute. But if you just Google Color Street Designs how-to or Color Street Design Ideas, there's all kinds of videos on YouTube on different ways to make designs. Hi, I love you. So what I did with this one, I'm gonna see if I can show you. I gotta put some clear as day over the design. And I'll explain that in just a minute as well. But so what I did is I put down a whole layer, right, the normal layer of the purpley color, which is London Calling. No, it's not. It's not London Calling. I lied. It's New York Minute. It happens to be a strip that I had in the freezer. I sealed it back up. I'm down to 2 pieces left, but I'm going to save them just in case I want to make some, oh yay, hopefully that's a good color. That's Night Terror that I sent you. So you put that down, and then you take the nail, the other strip, the other color, whatever color you want to use, take off the clear plastic, and I'm not going to do it right now, right? You got a clear plastic layer, you take that off like you normally would. Take off the strip, pull the tab, just like you would be normally putting down a set, and then just put it wherever you want it. I can usually, same situation, I can usually get 2 fingernails of design on, from one strip. So when you want to layer it over like that, you just lay it down, press it. I use a cuticle stick, a rubber, it's rubber. I have quite a few of them. You can buy them on Amazon. Wicked cheap. I think I spent like $5 on 24 of them or something. But you use that just to make sure you rub down that second layer. And then you take it off like you normally would. It's obviously going to be on the sides. If you put the design work at the bottom, it's going to be down here. But you're just going to do the exact same thing that you would normally do, where you press it with your finger, and then once it's on, once it's perforated, you can just peel it away from your nail. This other piece, so I took one Fort Worth It strip, and I pull off the clear coat and leave it on the paper, on the white piece of paper, cardboard, and then I cut thin strips, and then I take a strip off with this. You got to take it off the white backing, which takes a little bit of work. You got to pick at it. If it's the smaller it is, the harder it's going to be. But once you get it up, you can kind of catch it with the end of a cuticle stick or tweezers or whatever it is you're going to use. Grab it, put it where you want it. Same situation, press it down. Make sure that I'd use the cuticle stick, take off whatever's on the sides, and you end up with this fine, thin strip across. And I've done this design at least 2, maybe 3 times. I used a blue. There was a marble color called Mojave turquoise. So I used that down first, and then I put a blue solid color at the top, and I'm flipping you all off, I'm sorry. And I used the same Fort Worth It for the lines in it. But I love it. I think it looks so classy. And kind of like Sabrina said, it looks like I went to a salon and got it done, right? So that's a super easy one. Ones that become a little bit harder, they have, you could do French tips out of any color you want. And I'm sure mine is in my box, and I don't want to lean over and grab my box. But again, you can go on Amazon and you can order paper punchers, the circle ones, and it's 5/8 inch, which are pretty small. But when you take those, again, you can find it online. If you Google just Color Street French tip design. But what you do is you put it in the cutter, and you cut off this piece and this piece, and then you have 2 curved edges, and you put it on the tip of your nail. And again, always use the cuticle stick to rub it down, that way it sticks pretty well. You want to make sure there's no, it's not going to lift up on the sides. And I made a mistake. Once you're done putting on any design, you want to use clear as day or a clear coat, so that, like right now when I'm running my hands through my hair, the glitter Fort Worth It is kind of getting stuck a little bit, because I think I have some piece that might be hanging over. But I'm going to file it, and I'm going to put clear as day on to avoid that from going forward. I see Sally joined. Hey Sally, how's it going? So another design, they have triangles, which any shape you want to make, triangles, stars, squares, rectangles, strips, whatever. I have these little tiny scissors, and this is what I use to cut, if I'm going to cut a diagonal line, because I want to use the, a straight diagonal line. I use it to cut the little tiny strips that I use. Another thing that people use is X-Acto knives, the craft knives. And again, always, always, always take off that clear strip before you start cutting into it. Those are a big pain to get off if you forget. So you want to make sure that you do get that off. I've also seen people, if you're a really good artist, I am not, they draw on the back of a strip. So they might draw a star or a moon or a unicorn or whatever it is that they're going to use that for. And then they take their X-Acto knife or their little tiny scissors and they cut out whatever it is that they drew, and that becomes their nail sticker, right? You just put it on like you would a Color Street. It is Color Street. Put it on like you would a regular nail. Again, if you want precision on where you place it, tweezers or, you know, the end of a cuticle stick. You can even use like the end of your scissors if you trust yourself enough to catch it and put it on. But again, once you put on anything shaped or whatever, it's always best to put another coat of either top coat nail polish, or we have Clear as Day, or any of the glitter overlays. I mean, I have glitter on mine. I did not put a glitter overlay on it because the Pink Paradise was pretty glittery. But we sell all of those. Or if you want to put, you know, between the lines. I also see when they start getting into really elaborate designs, and I think, Michelle, this is where you were going with that question. What they do is they take off this top coat, this clear piece, and then on the strip itself, they place their designs. They do it with the fake faux braids, which one of these days I'm going to try because they're absolutely beautiful, where you take the strips and you put them here, and then you cross over here, going the other direction, and it makes a little braid pattern. And then because they have the strip, they just cut off around the outside all those extra pieces that are hanging over, and then put the strip on as if you would a regular strip. So it's a little bit easier, I think, and I haven't tried it this way. It's easier to place your design pieces, whatever you're putting on top of the base color. It's easier to put it on the base color and work from there, cut it around and put it on, than to try to lay all these little pieces on a curved nail. So that's why they do that. So I think, Michelle, that was probably more directly your question around what did that mean. Somebody's basically saying they forgot to take the clear piece off, and they laid all their design on the clear piece, which of course you throw away, right? It doesn't stick, you can't, it's already stuck to the clear piece, you can't use it. So don't waste your time and try to remember to do that. And like I said in my post, on my response to her, or when I posted that post maybe, what I said was, I forget to take that clear piece off. I've done it a few times now, where I go and I try to, you know, I take it off the cardboard, and I put it on, and I can't figure out why it's not perforating with my nail like it always does. I'm like, wow, this is really thick. Maybe the freezer messed it up. No, I forgot to take the plastic piece off. So you want to try to always remember that. Let's see, other designs. Other ways to do, paper punchers. So I got mine from Amazon. You can get them in almost any craft store. If you see the little mini paper punchers that they have for scrapbooking, you can use those on your color street. They have stars and hearts and teddy bear Mickey Mouse heads and leaves and flowers, and I've seen lots of different ones. Same situation. You take off the clear piece, because it would be a pain to take it off a little tiny star. You take off the clear piece and then just put it in and paper punch whatever you want. So if you want a blue background with white stars, then you put your blue color down first. Let's say Juno, or the Greek, the real blue one. You could even put Midnight, the Midnight black one, and you put punch out your little stars and place them on your fingernails wherever you want them. So that's pretty simple. I've seen people use Sharpies on their nails, and what they do is they draw the design, whatever color they want or whatever, on their actual nail, or they draw it on the strip before they put it on the regular, the regular colored side of the strip, and then when they're done drawing it, they peel it off and put it on. That one, if you're doing anything with a Sharpie, you have to use Clear as Day to, and maybe I've not seen anybody say they've used a top coat, but I'm sure they do. So any of those, because obviously your Sharpie will start to bleed, so you want to be careful and not do that. Let's see, what other designs? There's so many of them. If you Google, you know what, I'm going to Google. I'll be right back. I think I've kind of covered most of them. So if you go on and you Google Color Street design ideas, you're going to get pictures that you can go, oh, I really want to try that, and copy it. If you go on Pinterest, you can type in like nail inspiration, and you will see all kinds that I've seen a lot of stylists try to recreate. Some of them do an amazing job. Let's see, these ones are just basic strips, so they have something like this, but they actually have two strips, two glitter strips across, which those look pretty nice. Let's see, what else is on here? Obviously anything with our design overlay or clear overlays with the glitter, those create their own designs. You can take a perfect example, I think, Coming Up Rose Gold or the Dripping in Diamonds. The way that it's set, when you use it, it puts the glitter at the top and it cascades down. So it's pretty thick here and cascades down. But if you want to do it where it's thicker at the bottom and cascades upward, where the tips are like, let's say this color, and then there's rose gold here, and it cascades upward and thins out a little bit at the top, all you have to do is, I recommend cutting the strip in half and just laying it so that the round part's at the tip and the piece you cut is at the bottom, and then you're going to just perforate around your nails just like you do at the top and peel it away. And if you feel better about it, again, cuticle stick, it's kind of pokey at the bottom. You can do the exact same thing where you perforate around your nails and then just scrape it off. So if you don't want to get nail that color on this finger or something, or mess it up, you can just peel it off with one of these. Not a big deal. Let's see, what else? I feel like there's so much. I mean, there's a lot out there, and I haven't tried a lot of them. The one that just came out, hold on a second. I got my new nails today, so let's see. Not that one. We got the new sets, just so everybody's, if you want to see. This is the camo. They're kind of a goldish green. I mean, I love this color. And then the camo, that's Glamouflage. But not that one. We'll look at the flamingos. Here's the flamingos. I mean, they're cute. I like them. I bet those are going to end up being the most popular. I saw most comments on that. So it's this one, Throwing Shade. So this one is intended to have the color at the bottom around your cuticle and then silver at the top. But unless I'm going to make like polka dots or something, I'm not a huge fan of just plain silver. I like color. So what I'm going to do, I really think is what I'm going to do, is I'm going to turn it over and I'm going to put these colors right at my tips, and then the silver will be at the bottom. And that's my plan for that. Now, I know a lot of the silvers, and I'll have to take a good look at it or see what some of the other stylists are doing, but a lot of these silvers, you can actually change a little bit of color on them. Trying to think, Tokyo Lights is one of them. So these, like, just glitter. Some of them are pretty sheer. So if you put, like, a red underneath it, this may come out looking kind of like a pink color, which I think would be really cool. So that's my plan for those. Let's see, what are the other ones? I usually get, just so everybody's aware, I usually get like 2 of each set that comes out when it's new. And I do that, one, because I want one, or I think I want one. And then I also do it so if somebody says, hey, do you have any of the XYZ sets that you might have seen in the past? Even though I'm not using it, I will sell it to you. I give them away for the bonus prizes and stuff like that. I give them away as the buy 3 get 1 frees. But I got the sports ones. And I know I don't sound overly thrilled about it. I'm not a sports person. When my daughter was in cheerleading, I think it would have been really cool to have like the footballs and the little cheerleader. Is that a cheerleader? Yeah. The little cheerleader thing with like her red, white, and blue colors. So if I was a big sports fan, I know Amanda, my son's my son's girlfriend, and she sells Color Street as well. I will bet you any amount of money that she's saving the footballs so that she can do her Green Bay Packers. I know she got the colors to do them, and she was pretty excited about that. So I think she might do that. For designs, as another option, when they come out with things like this, let's say you do want to do your team color, right? Your team colors, whatever, red, white, and blue. Like, you know, the Patriots. And you decide you want to, that's not the right one. You want to put a football on. Well, these footballs are black, so I guess you would overlay them. But let's say you want that to be a basketball, right? I think that's a basketball. So you want that to be a basketball, you can actually take like a orangey rust color and put this on top, cut it out, and then you just have the basketball on, you know, green and gold colors, or red, white, and blue. But you still have your orange basketball. So I've seen them do that with the, if you remember, the little dogs that they had and kitties. I saw them do that, where they'd have like a purple nail or a pink nail, and then they have like a black cat or a brown dog or whatever. So, I mean, that's pretty cool in itself. So, just because people laugh and say they all have a problem, no, I have a problem. These are just the last two, these are just my last two orders. You know, again, I also get buy 3 get 1 free, so that's helpful. But some of them I replaced what I used, but they also had these releases. This is the Take Care set for mental illness, and these ones, which is what I was actually going to put on my nails, but then I changed my mind this time. This is the Frontline Heroes. It's all sparkly, glittery. This is another good example where, if you look, this is at the bottom. The silver would be at your base, and it would have the glitter confetti at the top. And I think I would actually want it the other way around. In this case, I would want the silver at the bottom and the glitter at the top. So I would do the same thing where I cut it in half, put it on top, you know, put the tip at the tip, and then take off all the extra around the nail. But yes, I have a serious problem too, and Ken will attest to that. My daughter will attest to that. I won't even show you my bins that I've got them all in, but I'll put those away after. So let's see, what else? Any lines and V type things you can use. Again, these little tiny scissors or an X-Acto knife. I see a lot of chevron, which is, they actually will cut this in half with a triangle and then leave a space open. Or you can put down a base color. So let's say I have purple here, and if I wanted, I could take this pink and I would cut, you know, the triangle here and then the triangle going down here, so there would be a center V type design, or an X if you do that, that would be the pink color. So those look nice. I've seen those a few times. Let's see, what other designs? I've seen Mickey Mouse and Minnie Mouse, and, you know, a couple different ways. There are paper punchers that have Mickey ears, or Mickey heads, or I've seen people draw it on the back of the strip and then cut that drawing out and place it. I mean, I feel like I've covered a lot of it. I mean, it really is wherever your imagination takes you. If you have the ability to draw palm trees and you want to put a palm tree, you know, on your thumb or on your fingers or leaves or whatever, you can easily draw it on the back of that strip and then cut it out and place it on your nail. It's that simple. And it sounds I mean, when you look at it, it looks really difficult. Like, I'm sure that looks like it was probably difficult to do an at-home manicure that looks like that, but it was just so simple. This is, like I said, this is one of my favorites just because it is so simple. Let's see, what else? What else do I see here? Oh, I see somebody, this is kind of cool. Somebody took, and they paper hole punched hearts. And then when they laid the hearts down, they laid it down so that it's like one here and one there and one there. So that it kind of outlines. You have like a red, well, you just use the one I'm looking at. It's red, white, and blue. So you'd have a red heart, then you'd see a little bit of the blue heart and a little bit of the white heart, as if you're laying it down, you know, like this. So that would look pretty cool. Let's see, what else? What else? I'll tell you, you know, Michelle, and I'm focusing on Michelle. Hey, Sharon. I'm focusing on Michelle because she had specifically asked about designs and how to do them. You know, if anybody decides, you know, they go on and online, and like I said, if you Google Color Street design ideas or go on to Pinterest and do Color Street design ideas, there'll be ideas for days. If you want to know how they did them, just let me know, and I will take a look at it and try to help you recreate whatever it is that you find. Let's see. I think I've covered most of them. You know, our mermaid, the mermaid and dragon look, that's with the clear overlay that we have now. I think it's Mermaid You Look. And any of those types of, you know, that one, the one that looks like a little checkered flag or a checkerboard, you know, you can turn them just slightly and they make a different design, right? Instead of a checkerboard, now you have little diagonals. And you can, again, I've seen people cut out the little squares so that they have, you know, red, blue, purple, red, you know, blue, purple, red. Each square would be something different. So, you know, it all depends on how much patience you have to recreate what you're seeing. I have patience, but I'm afraid of it, to be honest. I'm afraid I'm going to mess them up. But, you know, I'm not sure that you can, and practice makes perfect. So the more you, you know, the more stuff you try and the more often you try it, you get better at it. There's also manicures that I've seen that instead of the French tip at the top, using that 5/8 circle that I was talking about, instead of putting the cut at the top, they put the cut at the bottom. And so it's like I think they call it a peekaboo mani. But you have kind of a little arch here that is a different color, right at the base. The other one I see is they take and they put, let's say, a glittery one down here as the base coat, and then the second layer that they put on, they put it up just a tiny bit. So you would see, like, I don't know, you know, blue at the bottom, and then the rest of the nail would be a light blue or, you know, a pink or whatever color you want. So that is super simple as well. YouTube has some instructional videos on how to do some of these manicures. So, you know, if you're not comfortable looking at a picture and go, hey, I'd really like to be able to do those French manicures, and I don't know what Laura was talking about, go on there. They'll show you. Super simple. I have not done one of those different French manicures yet. I may. They're not on my top 10 list of things to do. I want to do the faux braid, and I want to do some geometrical type ones. I think I posted them, it might have been yesterday, where it was like all browns, where they were squares and triangles, and it looked so cool the way they laid those down. So those look like they would be pretty simple. Also, obviously these designs take time to do. So if you're thinking, hey, I want to do some intricate design, it's definitely going to take a lot more than 10 minutes or 15 minutes to put on a manicure. So I would, you know, give yourself as much time as you need to be able to create these create these designs. So just a thought there. So I don't think I have anything else. I don't know if anybody has questions. If you have questions, feel free to comment. I'm happy to help you out. It's kind of what I'm here to do. So either way, I am going to call it a night and cut it off. I think I've been talking for about a half an hour. That should be enough. Without my makeup, right? This is what I'm in real face look here. And if you see, this is the eye I had this dye in, so it's still a little, of course my eyes are always puffy, but it's still a little puffy, and I didn't want to put makeup on and make it go back to being worse. So I'm going to say goodnight to everybody, and I hope you enjoyed watching this. And like I said, if you have any questions or you see a manicure and you say, hey, how do you do this? Let me know, and I will be happy to try to help you out and walk you through it. All right? Have a great night. Thanks. Bye.